Hello guys. I was grading your work throughout this week, and I just thought I should do a video for distribution property review because there's some confusion I think happening throughout. Well, when you guys are doing the distribution property. So here we go. This is a question that we saw on the distribution review worksheet. So let me just say it one more time. Whenever you're doing distribution, you see this whole thing, but let's focus on just the first part of it. Okay, so let's focus on just this part. And the reason why I want to focus on this part is because this one has a bracket, which is right here, and then a number outside the bracket. Whenever you have this number outside the bracket, right here, -6, you want to multiply this number into the first term inside, and as well as to the second term inside of the bracket. Okay, let me get rid of that's okay actually. Okay, so once we did the multiplication, I'm going to change everything in red because now we have this whole thing. So since we're multiplying this one, -6 times a, which gives us -6a equal to -6a. Okay, -6 times +1, negative times positive equals to negative. So this is going to be -6. At the end, I have -6a that's remain untouched right here. So I'm not even going to touch it. I'm just going to simply copy it down. Okay. Now what we see right here is we have this crazy number here, and then this crazy number here. Okay. So instead of just changing it, all that stuff at once, I'm actually going to rewrite this. Okay, -6a in the front, and because this -6a is the same kind, they both have a, I'm gonna write it together, and then the -6 put it in the back. Okay, now I'm gonna change color again. Let me change into a different color. Let me change this one into green. Let me change this one into orange. Okay. Okay, now all the a terms I'm gonna put in green. Okay, so now -6 minus 6. I borrow $6 from you, and I borrow $6 more, which will give me -$12. I own you, right? And then whatever that's left over right here, I'm just gonna write it down as is. Okay, and then this one will be your answer. Again, I don't want to see just the answer. Okay, I know I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Okay, but I want to see your procedure. The fact that you remember what to do, that's far more important to me than anything else. Okay, let me try another one. Let's do another one. Let's do one that it's a little bit messy. -3 minus 8 parenthesis 3 and minus 8 and then parenthesis. Okay, this is the number that we have right now. Okay, so what happened is, again, you see this parenthesis right here, and right here. Oh, right here and right here. And then you see this number outside. Let me change to pink. This number outside. This number will be multiplied into the first term as well as the second term. And the second term will include the negative sign right here. Actually, you know what? Let me change the color. It will include the negative sign right here. Thickness. Right here. Okay. And then the first term would also include the sign itself. Okay. Now let's make sure. Let me change to black. Actually, green is fine. Okay, -3, I didn't do anything, so I'm gonna just copy it down. -a times 3n, which will give me -a times 3, 24, and the n it will be at the end. Okay. -a times -a, negative times negative equals to positive. A times a equals to 64. Okay. Now let's look at everything. This one and this one, they both don't have an n at the end. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to combine them. But before we combine them, I'm going to rewrite it so they will be right next to each other. Okay, and the second term right here, I'm going to use a different color and I'm going to write it down like this. Okay. Once we have done that, we can combine the first two terms. Negative and positive, I only use $3, but I pay you back $63. Okay, so I overpay you. So this will be a subtraction. If you don't remember how to do this, do it on the side really quickly. Minus, this will be 61. So 61 positive, because I overpaid, right? Negative or minus 24n. And this whole thing would be your answer. Okay? So this is a quick review and of distribution property, and let me show you a type of question that's really different, and then it's actually on the last two questions on our review worksheet. So we have a slightly more complicated problem right here. So as you can see on the screen, I have two parentheses. Okay, one is right here, the other one's right here. Okay, and not only that, I have to multiply it twice and then combine them. Okay, so this is actually a complex questions. Okay, that's first thing first. Okay, when you multiply this term with the first term inside, you will get 2 times 1 equals 2, so just 2n. 2n times negative n, remember to cover the whole thing. It will be negative 10. Oh, this is crazy stuff. Okay, let's look right here. This has an n right here. This one has an n right here. When n multiply n, you don't get 2n. You actually get n squared. Okay, n squared. So this one will be n squared. Okay, because they're multiplying each other. Okay, if it's just 1n multiply a number, then you just have what this term looks like. This is 2n multiplied by 1. So this is a completely different thing. There are 2 n's right here. There's no n right here. There's no n right here. Just so you guys know. Okay, now let's continue. The second part. Plus 5 times a equals to 40. And then 5 times 8 again plus 40. And then because there's n right here at the end, that would just be 1n. Okay, now let's look at this. I have to categorize them. Okay, I have to categorize them. Let me choose a color. This is n. This one has an n. This one actually have a 2n, so I'm actually going to change the color. I'm going to use orange. This one has a 2n, and I always include the sign right here. Okay, this one is a number, including the sign, and then again this one is an n. So as you can see, you can color code them, and then it will be much easier to understand. So let me change the color into corresponding highlighting, underlining. So 2n plus, right here, this one, 40n, okay, and then minus 10n squared, and then lastly, I have pink, okay, plus 40. Okay, now I have to rewrite everything into their order. I can simplify them by combining them. 2n plus 40n equals 42n. Okay, and then I have the orange right here, which is negative 10n squared, because they're different. They're different, so we can combine them. And then lastly, I have the 40 n. 40, not n. Okay, I could also rewrite this as, because there's a 2 right here, I'm going to rewrite it first. Okay, I'm going to write it first. Orange, negative 10n squared, blue, plus, because this is positive, 42n, okay, plus 40. Okay, I can also write it this way, and this whole thing will be your answer. Okay, let me explain this one more time. Okay, whenever you have n times, or any number, any variable, multiply by, let's say, a digit 2. Okay, this one tells you I want box times 2 times. So basically what I'm saying is I want 2 boxes. So 2n. Okay. When you multiply by n times n, because they are the same thing, I'm not saying that I want 2 of them. I'm saying I want twice of them. Okay. So not twice of them, twice of the same thing. So I'm gonna be n 2 times. Okay, because they're multiplying each other. They're multiplying the same thing 2 times. Okay, this is 2 of them. This is 2 times of them. Okay, and we call this square. Okay, or power. Square or power, like square, like a square box. Power, like I have a lot of strength power. Okay, so that's the 2 different thing. Okay, and basically the same question can show up. So just keep in mind, if this video confuses you, or you have more questions, post on Schoology. I would love to answer them. And that's it.